This is one trend that absolutely needs to die in our industry. It's the beef between soft wax, hard wax, and sugaring. At the end of the day, we have a common enemy, and that is the razor or any other form of hair removal. Today, I'm going to break down the truth about each, my experience with each, and why I think this marketing strategy needs to die and how to change it going forward to promote your business and what method you choose to use. Welcome to The Rebel Show, the podcast for estheticians who want to grow their business, master social media, and perfect their waxing technique. I'm Brie Mesquit, esthetician, business coach, and founder of Rebel Wax and First to Market Wax Pads. I built a 6-figure clientele, a 7-figure brand, and have trained over 15,000 waxers through my in-person and online courses. Are you struggling to book clients or market yourself? You're in the right place. Each week, I bring real business strategies, waxing education, and no BS advice to help you grow. Let's get into it. I have been seeing so much of this online. It really drives me. This is one of those things that just irks me. It's an ick. Can I say it? I think it's an ick. Yes, 100%. When I see on TikTok, on Instagram, I'm scrolling through and people are promoting their business, whether it's sugaring and they're talking smack about hard wax. At the end of the day, they're misinforming the client, and that's what really irritates me. And it's such a direct bash towards other people's businesses that are focused on hard wax, soft wax, sugaring. It all is removing hair from the root. That is the goal, right? We are removing hair from the root. You can have an excellent experience during the service and achieve excellent results with all three methods. And anyone saying anything different is lying. Like straight up, they are lying. So I will share my experience with each. Soft wax is what we used when I was in school. Granted, I was in school like 15 years ago. So I wrote soft wax off, I will be honest, and I thought it was super painful. I thought it was way too irritating to the skin. I thought it created a lot of unnecessary discomfort because soft wax was much different back then than it is now. We have two soft waxes here at Rebel Wax, Clear Soft and Honey Soft, and I am so impressed every time that I do decide to use it. I'm still hard wax girly. It's just what I've chosen to use, but it is so gentle on the skin. Soft wax has come a long way. So I've definitely changed my stance on that, but that was my first experience with it. So I think I just wrote it, or I just wrote it off, and I don't think that's fair. We always need to continue to be students and learn and keep up with new techniques and try things for ourselves, not just listening to what people say on the internet. Try it out for yourself so you're basing your decisions off of your actual own experience. So I'm glad that I gave soft wax a second shot, probably about 3 years ago. And I think it is a fantastic method to use if that is your choosing. The biggest thing is making sure that you're using whatever allows you to perform the service as efficiently and quickly and as pain-free as possible for your client, really, at the end of the day. What allows you to have on-point technique so that people are getting really great results. Then hard waxing, of course, that's what I have the most experience with. Hard wax has been kind of the go-to and most seeked out for clients for quite some time. And I really think European wax centers are probably the ones who kicked that off. And that was the most experience that I had was with hard wax through working with European Wax Center or working at European Wax Center. Still love hard wax. It's still my go-to choice. And then sugaring. So I used to actually sugar before I got into using hard wax at all. So my first experience with hair removal, professionally, so outside of school now, was at a day spa, and I was doing sugaring services. So we had a trainer come in. She trained us on sugaring. I was the demo model for a Brazilian. That was an interesting experience. That was my first Brazilian wax experience. And then I was the demo model in front of all these students. Really threw me in quickly. I have to be honest. I did not love it. I didn't love it though because I think it was a technique issue. First of all, when I was getting it done, it was pretty painful, but at the same time, that was my first Brazilian. So we know the first Brazilians just always kind of suck, right? What I noticed when I was waxing or sugaring clients is The application itself tend to be a little bit uncomfortable as well because it's cooler than hard wax. So the spreadability, and maybe this was a technique issue. It probably was, but I just noticed there was a lot of dragging and discomfort on the application, and it took me a lot longer. So once I got into hard waxing, I was like, ooh, I love this. It's still great for sensitive skin. A lot of times sugaring, they try to bash hard wax saying that sugar doesn't adhere to the skin at all. That's not true. All forms adhere. Yes, we need to use a barrier oil. Yes, some can be more gentle than others on the skin, but it's just so much of the marketing that I see, especially from people promoting sugaring, is just flat out not true, and I don't think it's fair. I also see hard waxers, we're not, guilt-free on this, of bashing soft wax. That I used to be that person. I will admit it, when, at the beginning of my career, just based on my own experience with the soft wax that I had tried. Granted, I did not go out and continue to try different brands, but I was definitely one to really push hard waxing services. And a lot of my marketing was based around why it's so much better than soft wax. And I don't think that's fair to do anymore. All three are a fantastic option. So real quick, I'll just break down the differences. Soft wax is like the most familiar, I feel like, because we've all seen the movies, 40-year-old virgin scene where they lay the wax down, then you put a strip over it, and then you use that to remove. So that's soft wax. Hard wax, the strip is laid on its own. You allow it to set. Not too long though. You want to remove it when it's still tacky. And then you remove the strip itself. And then we have sugaring, which is a paste that you are applying, flicking off, and then you continue to use that same ball of sugar for the rest of the service. Quick interruption show, but wait, yes, this is an ad, but I'm trying to actually give you something for free that's going to level up your technique and your confidence. I built a free online hard waxing course that will save you thousands and teach you everything that you wish you learned in beauty school. You don't need to struggle alone, you don't have to guess, and you don't have to pick up bad habits because no one taught you properly. This course is going to help you gain confidence and master technique on every service area, from brows to toes and everything in between, including Brazilians. I will also give you full supplies checklist, hard waxing 101 foundations, and beginner plus advanced patterns. This is for licensed estheticians and students, and it's completely free. Here's how to enroll. Go to training.lashandwaxoc.com/101 or click the link in the show notes below. Tap I want access, enter your first name, last name, and email. You will get an email instantly with your login link, or you can click create your account now on the confirmation page. Use the same email you signed up with and set your password. Make sure you save it so you can log in at any time and bookmark the course page. You'll get immediate access, and you'll even have the opportunity to download a certificate of completion. You can literally get started today in under 60 seconds, so visit lashandwaxoc.com, and I'll see you on the inside. Back to the show. What should you be using in your studio? Whatever allows you to provide the best possible service and get the best results for your client. So, technique number 1, prep. Super important that you understand how to prep when you're using any of those 3 methods. Making sure you're educating your client on proper aftercare and consistency. If you do that, no matter if you're using soft wax, hard wax, or sugaring, you can get great results and have very happy clients. At the end of the day, we are aiming to make sure our clients are happy so that they come back and you can build your business. You can also offer a combination. It's okay to have sugaring available, have soft wax available, have hard wax available. You do not have to be married to just one. And please, for the love of God, stop freaking bashing one thing or another to promote your business. Sometimes you get some short-term gains from that, but in the long run, it's really can be damaging to your reputation. Clients have so much information at the tips of their fingers now with Google and AI and all ChatGPT, all of it. They're getting smarter about these different methods. And if they've heard you continuing to bash hard wax or sugaring, and then they go to another provider or they hear information online about how that's untrue, you're losing trust with your clients, okay? And you really can create some enemies within the industry. And we want to collab because, like I said, The razor is the enemy, and ultimately, we want to be educating people on the different forms of hair removal options that they have, besides having to shave every other day or use, God forbid, Nair. Oh my gosh, I just went to Walgreens to do some guerrilla marketing for our studio the other day, and we went to the shaving needs aisle. That's what it was labeled, shaving needs. And there was Nair. And I'm like, oh, people still use this. It's so bad. I can smell it now. Just saying that. Oh my gosh, the smell. But anyways, okay, guys. What are your thoughts? Even if you disagree with me, I'm down to hear your take on this as well. So let's talk about it in the comments. Let me know what you think. So if you're committed to no longer using that marketing strategy of bashing other types of hair removal, then go ahead and head to this episode on 7 ways to attract high quality clients. And if you're listening on Spotify, head back to episode 91. I'll see you guys over there.